What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today I have a replay of the War League that I just played, and as you can see, it's greens for over here, except for these two losses I took today, which was one against Panda Burn and another one against something I don't remember. But we're going to do the War League, me versus Coteduffy. So I actually looked at the replay and seen that he threw scissors. So I went right for the rock. I'm like, fuck it, let's go. I know he's throwing scissors. Well, I thought he was going to throw scissors. And I got him. He threw scissors. So I threw the rock. So, game one. He's got Mind Control, Singing, Duo, Brain Control, and Magician of Faith. I've got Snatch, Faith, Duo, Book of Moon, Jar of Greed, and Singing. I fire the Duo, and I pick his Faith. As soon as I seen Faith, I was like, hell yeah, no fucking burn. I got a chance at this shit. Let's fucking go. Until this game happened, but it doesn't matter. Let's see. He throws out a Faith, and he throws out a Mind Control. I decide to set Jar of Greed, set Book of Moon, and set Faith. He draws into Snatch Steal. Must be nice to have Mind Control here. He duos me. I change Jar of Greed into BLS. He picks my Snatch, and I throw out Singing because I think that I'm gonna get my Faith off here, but of course he has Mind Control, so he Mind Controls my shit. Should have said Singing, but I'm not a mind reader. I can't tell that he has fucking Mind Control, so he has the Mind Control. He opens, must be nice. He flips it up and gets the Duo, and duos my ass again. So now everything's gone, and he summons Singing, and it's going terrible. I draw into MST. I switch to Faith, set MST, and say go. He draws into the Stalos, the Fire Monarch. He swings, and I chain Book of Moon and get my Duo back. Main phase 2, he sacks his Singing and gets my Duo and searches Tsukuyomi. I draw into Mirror Force, which is a good draw, and he top decks into Heavy Storm. Wow. Way to sack the hell out of me. Let's go. He heavies me. This shit's a wrap. Now he's got fucking plus gazillion on me. And he hits me for 35. And it's looking really bad. And I draw into Thunder Dragon. And that was the game one. Quick, easy sweep. Outplayed the hell out of me there. Didn't just top deck Mirror Force for the game there. If you would have never top deck Heavy. If you would have never had Mind Control, I definitely would have probably won that game. But Mind Control, he got me. Okay, so this game I put Trap Dust Shoots in, which is clutch. So I open Thunder Dragon, Graceful Tribe, Jar of Greed, Wing Blast, and Trap Dust Shoot. He's got Meta, Heavy, Mind Control, Spirit Reaper, and Snatch Steal. I grab both my Thunder Dragons. I use Graceful into Snatch Steal, Trap Dust Shoot, and Heavy. Okay, I decide to set 4 and pass. Of course, he doesn't draw into a monster, so I only have one Trap Dust Shoot to use. And he has the Heavy, so he pops my ass off, but I Jar of Greed into Duo, which was clutch as shit. And he literally just has to say go. I draw into BLS. I fire the Duo, and I pick his Meta, and he throws out Brain Control, and I know he has Mind Control and Snatch, so I decide to set Heavy and set Tribe and say go. He draws into Magician of Faith. He fires the Mind Control on me and flips up his Tribe, flips up my Tribe, and he sets his Faith and says go. I draw into a Chaos Orc, which is a Dark, so this is great for me. I decide to flip up my Tribe, use Tribe's effect to pop itself, and then drop BLS on him and banish the shit. I know he has Snatch Steal. He draws in a Scapegoat. He Snatch Steals my BLS, hits me for 3k. I'm at 4k. He sets Scapegoat and says go. I draw into Knock. I fire the Heavy. He chains Scapegoat. Okay. I poke it 2 now. Now I got him top decking. Set Knock and say go. He draws into a Knock. He sets his Knock and says go. I draw into Breaker. I'm like, fuck it. If you got Torrential, you got Torrential. I hit one of the goats and poke him for 3k. Now he's at 5k. And he draws into Sinister. He sets the Sinister and says go. I draw into Chaos Sork, which is pretty dead right now. And I decide just to knock him and hit him for 46. I'm like, next turn it's over unless you top deck something crazy. And I set 1. He draws to another knock. So he drew double knock. All right. Let's go. This is game 3 now. All right. Game 3 for the War League. He gets to go first. He opens Tomato, Sinister, Soul Exchange, Duo, Meta, and Snatch Steal. So I got Thunder Dragon, Book, Deco, Sinister, and Spy. He picks my Book, and I throw out the Sinister. He decides to run out the Tomato and say go. I draw into Tribe, which was a great draw for me. I instantly discard the Thunder Dragon to grab me 2 more. And I run the Tribe out and pop his shit and hit him for 16 and say go. He draws into MST. He sets Sinister and Metas. And he's got my Tribe, and he hits me for 16. Okay, so he's got the advantage now. Not looking too good for me. And he decides just to say go. I draw into Snatch Steal, which was a great draw. But I decide just to set Sinister and say go. He draws into a knock. Okay, must be nice. He gets his Sinister back, and he knocks my shit, and he hits me for another 16. Alright, now we're at 48. And I draw into Upstart Goblin. I fire the Upstart and draw into Faith. Now I decide that I'm going to Snatch Steal him and poke him for 16. Putting him at 48. And I set a Spy and say go. He draws into Scapegoat. He decides to MST the Snatch, and he doesn't attack and just says go. I draw into a Sangan. Decide to set Sangan and say go. He draws into Tribe. Now he decides to attack, and he hits my Spy. I get another Spy. Okay. And he just says go. I draw into Kaiku. I set my Faith and say go. He draws into Blowback Dragon. Okay. He fires a Soul Exchange and pops the Sangan. I search for Tsukiyomi here. Okay, and he decides to use Blowback Dragon. And he flips, and it's tails. He flips, and it's heads. And I'm just screaming, no heads, no heads, no heads. And it is not, it's tails. And he decides to just pass. He doesn't set Scapegoat. Why he didn't set Scapegoat, I have no idea. But it literally just cost him the game. Because I dropped down the Tsukiyomi, put it face down, flip up my Faith, grab the Snatch Steal, do a little bit of math, switch your auto attack mode, swing bada. That is the game. If you would have dropped, if you would have set Scapegoat, it would have been a totally different game. But he didn't. So that was for the War League. I am now. I have lost. I think I've won 2 or 3. I've won at least 2. I think I've lost 2 and won 2 now. But going hard for my team. Let's go. Trying to make it to the playoffs. Y'all hit the like, hit the sub. Have a good day or night. Peace out. Bye.